I need to get some things straight with my viewers. Hi, I'm John McNeil, and this is the Invest Strong Network. Welcome. When making YouTube vids, I always want to be as accurate as possible. Now, when talking about financial things, there are a lot of archival records and statistics that you have to go over and synthesize them and make sure that what you're putting out to your viewers is accurate, or certainly as accurate as possible. Because in the financial realm, things are constantly changing, really minute by minute. Their prices of things are changing, companies are being bought and sold and gone bankrupt and changing executives, all kind of things, right? Now, in the process of doing this, sometimes things slip, right? And one has to go back and make a correction or amplification. Amplification. Thank you. And in this video, I'll be doing exactly that. So in my very last video on the five new stock purchases that I've made, I mentioned about Carrier Technologies. Now, Carrier Technologies, ticker symbol CARR. I mentioned in the vid that it was spun off from the old Raytheon. Well, after doing some additional research, Carrier was a part of the old United Technologies. Now, the old United Technology recently merged with the old Raytheon and took on the new name Raytheon, right? And Carrier Technology, along with Otis Elevators, were spun out of that merger. So actually, Carrier was originally spun out from the original United Technologies, not the original Raytheon. So wanted to get that clear. All right. Now, I also wanted to do a follow up on a video from a few weeks ago. Now, I mentioned about the situation I was having with Booking.com as it relates to my bed and breakfast. So, for a little background, I had entertained a guest back in back in early September, and everything went fine. And the guest paid Booking.com, and Booking.com transferred the payment to my bank account as usual, except it was short a certain amount of money. Now, I noticed that, and I had contacted Booking.com to ask them what happened. Now, they told me that they withheld an amount of money, a fairly small amount, but noticeable for me since I'm a small B&B operator. They withheld these funds to make up for a payout that they had made to me a couple of months before, back in July, on a reservation that had been canceled, but they went ahead and paid anyway. Now, I went in my bank records and I looked it up, and I did not see a payout from July, because once a cancellation is agreed upon, and as the B&B owner, I have to agree to it. Once it's agreed upon, which I did do, then it's immediately canceled, and thus the funds are never transferred into my account, because it's canceled pretty much on the spot once that's agreed to. So after going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth with them, I basically just asked them to please refund me the amount of money that they withheld from the September reservation, right? And then they started requesting additional information and things like that. Now, I was baffled at why they would do that, because they already had all the records in their possession, and they could see what happened. And I don't know why they would demand all kind of records of me. So earlier last week, I finally received a resolution to this whole matter, right? And this is what happened. I was able to get in contact with yet another one of their customer service representatives. But this one was on top of her game. What she did was she basically took me by the hand telephonically and we went through line by line all of the electronic transfers from my booking.com account into my personal bank account back in July. And there were a lot of them. The June, July period was pretty busy. And so there were actually a lot of deposits made and transfers made. So we went line by line through them and we came across the one, right, that originated with the canceled reservation back in July, right? And we were actually able to link the canceled reservation up to the deposited amount that was transferred into my account. So when booking took the funds out of the September reservation, they really were making up for an improper payment that was made back in July. And so, with that being the case, I basically just dropped the matter. However, with that said, there's a bit of counsel or advice I would give to Booking.com going forward. Look, if there is an error that has been made, either on your part or on the part of one of your hosting partners, myself or anyone else, and you notice it, which obviously they did here. That's why they took the money out of the September reservation in the first place, because they noticed the error. Uh, Communicate immediately with your partners to let them know what's going on. Because see, had I not stumbled across this thing, I would have never known what happened, right? And that's not good. I mean, we need to have open lines of communication, and if some kind of error happens in the system, everyone needs to be on the same page, right? And so that would be my advice to Booking.com. Please, please, whenever there's an error or something that is suspicious in nature, immediately contact your hosting partner and make them aware of what happened and make them aware of ways of properly correcting it, right? That's what I would suggest. It should never be a situation where the hosting partner discovers the problem and then the burden is placed upon them to get it cleared up. Right? I mean, that just shouldn't happen. I mean, just on a business level, that's not a very good way to do business. That's how I feel, right? And so on the grand scheme of things, I agree that it was okay, for them to redact the amount from the September reservation to make up for the July payment. I just wish I had been informed of it and it was explained, right? All right. So those are just a couple of clarifications and amplifications that I wanted to make to my viewers. Hope you appreciated it, and also if you found this information encouraging or informative, smash that like button. Please do it for the brother man. I love you and I need it. Also, always leave a comment. I would appreciate that. I will respond. And, I respond to each and every comment, no question about it. And of course, subscribe. No errors there. Definitely no errors or amplifications there. Please subscribe. All right. Thank you so much and good blessings.